Segment of the show for today. We're talking to Reverend Ronald Powe and Reverend Herbert Brown. And of course, the topic, gentlemen, as the two of you know, is Ecumenical Bill 2000. And of course, Reverend Brown, if you will, over the last few minutes that we have during this final segment, if you could sort of get us started in terms of what this Ecumenical Bill 2000 is all about and how you would like to try to bring other folks and get others involved in what the two of you are talking about.
Well, Ecumenical Bill 2003 is a continuation of building homes for those who are less fortunate. Reverend Powe and I are trying to solicit other support because this is a ball that's so large that it takes all of us to get it going. There's a number of people that are in need of homes, but there's also a need for a lot of people getting involved in the program. One thing about those who are in need of homes need to call 254-HOME, and that would put you in touch with the Habitat for Humanity Association that will help you and teach you, show you how to get involved in receiving a home. And then Reverend Powe's going to talk about the issues of those that we need to help us to go forward.
Why don't you talk about that, Reverend Powe?
As Reverend Brown mentioned, we will not confine this ministry to just the two of us.
No.
It's too large. In fact, I'm hoping as part of this telecast that we will touch some other people in the Nashville community so that they can come on board and start helping us, in many ways. First, they can help in recommending persons who may qualify, and that's a big piece to be able to qualify, and you can qualify by making contact with Habitat of Humanity, and they can provide you with the guidelines and the specifications for qualifying for that. So there may be persons in a local church or in a community that may be in need of a low-income home. They can make that contact. But where we try to become more and more involved is taking the leadership in terms of sponsoring, providing financial resources as well as the human resources. So with that in mind, we are hoping that this telecast will help us to reach persons who may have financial contributions or churches that would like to become involved with the Ecumenical Bill 2003 because it is currently going on as we speak. We have made the necessary down payment, so to speak, of the covenant agreement of providing those resources. But this bill is something that other churches, other agencies in the community can become involved in, and we are hoping that this telecast will help us with that. We find it extremely gratifying, Dr. Haney, when we can stand at the end of a bill, when the home has gone up or the house has gone up. We've put together 8 weekends and constructed a home, and 8 weeks later we're able to provide a person with a key, and the happiness that they derive from that, but also the joy that we derive from the fact that we've been able to help someone to move into a home and to develop a home and to be able to pay for that home. So this is our second venture on that, and we are hoping and praying that it will be a very successful venture, and if so, we don't mind other person taking the leadership role, because as I said, in that many of the homes that are occupied through the Habitat of Humanity bills received by African American women and men. We just feel like we should take a greater role in being involved with that. So that's where we are at this point, and we hope that through this telecast, some other persons in the community, churches, other businesses, agencies, etc., will join us and help us to finish the Ecumenical Bill 2003.
Now, this is the system that has what they call sweat equity in reference to it. Why don't you, Reverend Brown, explain to us exactly what is meant and how sweat equity can play a role in bringing those who might not have the financial resources necessary, but can give whatever.
Every person who receives a home from humanity would have to put in some sweat hours. It was up to 500 hours. What that means is you have to help build other homes. So I think now it's down to about 300 hours. So you have to put in at least 300 working hours of sweat equity to help build other homes before you receive your home.
And so what that's saying is that if a person wishes to receive a home and he qualifies, and I would imagine there is some qualifications.
Yes, yes.
But if a person receives a home, not only does that person, will the others join with that person in order to build that home, but after that home has been built and he's given the key, then he has or she has responsibility of helping at least 300 hours build another home.
Yeah, even before they receive their key, they have to help build other homes, plus theirs too. They have to work on their own house, so it's quite a challenge.
Well, now, Reverend Powe, what have you found in reference to how folks have reacted to this? I mean, what is the overall reaction program itself in terms of bringing about that support?
The reaction is twofold. First, the reaction on the side of the recipient, and the reaction on the side of those who are participating in the bill. I can't begin to describe the joy, and I guess that's the best word I can give, the description of the joy of the recipient who has put in long hours working right alongside those persons who are participating first with money, resources, participating with sweat and tears and helping to actually build the home. When you put those two pieces together and we are able to organize it where various churches will put in times, we try to schedule in such a way that every participant in the ecumenical bill will schedule their time so that we can allow for everyone to play their part. And once from groundbreaking to actually turning of the key, it is an overwhelming experience. It brings about so much joy on the part of the recipient as well as the participant.
Do we have any kind of statistical information in reference to the number of houses that have been built in this particular area in Middle Tennessee, for example, dealing with habitat? Are we talking about a few houses? Are we talking about a large? That's essentially what we're.
Well, I don't have those figures, but certainly you can make contact with Habitat for Humanity, and they can provide you with those numbers. All I know is that we've been involved with it for the last 5 years, and for the last 2 years, we've taken on a leadership role, and that's what brings about the sense of gratification on our end of it.
And so this is not an insignificant number of houses that have been built. That's what we're.
No, absolutely not.
There's been a large number of houses built throughout the United States, and I think Sister Allie Cage told us the percentage of Afro-Americans receiving homes in the 90% percentage of homes going to African American. Not that they all go to African Americans, but a large percentage of them go. And let me add this: I think last year on our bill we had 31 churches that participated in this bill.
Exactly right.
And so you are able to successfully get at least 30-odd churches together in terms of trying to construct one of these houses.
Let me say this: of different denominations.
Of different denominations also.
Yeah, and that denotes the idea of ecumenical, because we don't limit it to just Baptist or Methodist or any of that. We are ecumenical, and we involve persons throughout the community involved in this bill, and businesses as well. So we're not limiting ourselves to just churches, but we are proud of the fact that African American churches and other churches have been strategically involved in helping to bring about the bill.
Okay, over the last minute that we have here, why don't you make a pitch to those that you'd like to come in and help you with what you're doing? You've got about 50 seconds to do that.
Well, certainly the great pitch